Okay, Coach, historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Down. 10 Lobo.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
22 Jet Bombers. 22 Jet Bombers.
That's track. No. Off.
Hey, Wahoo. Shoot.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Complete to Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. They're going to live to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Protein spill. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, turn it up. Mike, check. 59.
2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. He completes it to Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ready up.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's complete to Adams.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Foxtrot.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine.
Bravo.
You're all mine.
Ready.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing now is Wentz. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wentz. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. On 1st down, Swift. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
3 down. Watch number 86. Watch 86.
To throw is Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Here's Wentz to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Za'Darius Smith, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. To throw, it's Wentz. Looking deep for Hilton. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Eagles have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would.
It's caught inside the 25. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 56 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Marr now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
81.
Now Wentz. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
46 down, man. 5-4.
Let's go.
Hey, 5-7.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's got his man Hilton. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run on first down. Swift. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
5-9, 5-9.
Max 50, Max 50.
Hey, orbit.
From the 44, Wentz. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Push him back.
Wentz going to throw, and that's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Zadarius Smith in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check 13.
Back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Good. 120.
Let's go. Hey, hey, hey. You got three. You got three. Three down. Three down.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, forward, Tokyo! Hey, exit!
Throwing is Wentz. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Wentz. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
On 2nd down now, Swift. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
At their own 27-yard line.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Back to throw now on 1st down. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equanimeous St. Brown. And it will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Equanimeous St. Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Extra point by Marr, up and good. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And it's a big-time advantage for the Browns. They just scored again, pouring it on. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Wentz now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now a play fake. Wentz looking deep for Hilton. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Wentz again. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Wentz to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Down.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Check. 366. Pull it out. 87. Smooth.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, King. My 50.
On play action, Wentz eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Done. 280.
Mike 50. Ready?
Hey, kill it. Hey, forward toe kill it.
Mike's 50. Come on.
Throwing again on second down. Wentz. Man open. It's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go. Back man. 280.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Kill.
Wentz now to throw. Flushed out right. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Go! 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
61, matchbox light. Ready?
He'll drop to throw. It's caught. Jones. The 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
53 is the mark.
5.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Packers! A 15-yard touchdown ground, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working from the gun. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Za'Darius Smith. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Here's Sam Cook now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
At the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Running right, Jones. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Back to throw here. St. Brown has got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Check. 59. Coming this way. Here we go.
First and 10 at the 46-yard
Watch
line.
that screen.
Coaching spell.
He's checked.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
One of the great coaches said football's really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Wentz now on first down. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Watch the run.
Please find them.
Now Wentz to try again after the pick 6. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Wentz to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be third down. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4.
Man find them. Hey, Alpha.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
You go tight. You got, hey, lock it. You got tight right there. Hey, go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Rasul Douglas picks it. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Equanimeous St. Brown, but it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now Wentz. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. In his own end zone, it's Wentz. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Sam Cook now. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
44, Mike, 44. I'm here all day. Hey, wahoo!
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And Wilson has it. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They go play action here on 1st down. Complete to Hilton. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. T.Y. Hilton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter, and don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. but you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll go again to Jones. Oh, he shifts past him. And some room to maneuver. 34 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
Go now. 70, Indy.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Jones. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The kick by Maher is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Back to throw. Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep down. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Jones. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Ready.
Check. Big stop, G. Big stop. Go.
And they take a knee.
The quarterback hits it. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Ready.
Mike's 59. There's a party now.
They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Green Bay, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man.